Yo, isn't that what, I can't even think the guy's name anymore. There was a show called, like it was in the 60s or yeah, 60s. There's a guy that would go, yo. He'd start brushing his hair and also he'd stop because it was perfect. Perfect. Winkler. Something Winkler. Jack Winkler? Something. Forget his name. Anyhow, name drop day today. Hey, it's the 10th of July, 2026, which is a Thursday. Name drop today. I'll name a bunch of them off. Terry Bush, Randy Boone, Mr. Korhorn, Dave Korhorn, Mr. Korhorn from Covenant Christian High School fame. Well, I missed that guy. And Gordon DeVries. Three names, name drop. What are they? Terry Bush, Randy Boone, Dave Korhorn, and Gordon DeVries. So, yesterday, guys, again, it's the 10th, day after Willie Tenhoff's birthday. He just turned 75. 75? Yeah, 75. I'll be 74 next year. True story. Excuse me, clearing my throat. So, I enjoy good people. And these are nice, good people. The first one I met was, order-wise, a little different. First one I met was yesterday at, one more, guys. The last person I met, not the last person, but yesterday, the last person I met was Paul Gill. Lovely people, guys. Lovely guys. Lovely people. Well, there's one more, but Diana Koistra. Wow, I met so many people yesterday and today, guys. It's just insane. It's about 9:30 in the morning, Thursday morning. Friday morning. It's Friday. Guys, it's Friday. So Kathy's got to work tonight. Boo hiss. Chrissy and the girls went to Millennium Park. So that'd be Chrissy, Allie, and all their kids. Except for Christian and Lincoln. They had a sleepover tonight, or last night, and they're on my computer, so which is okay. I need to get off the computer every once in a while. So let's start the day off with, hey, it is a beautiful day. I'm not going to lie. I hate it when people say I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to lie. Here's the shop. I cleaned this all out. If you look at previous videos, you'll see what a cluster that was. It was horrendous all the way up to over here. I ripped all the stuff out of here. Trees, cut them all out, and then weed whacked, and then raked everything out. So, and then I didn't have to put any of this stuff away. I mulched it. Mulching is the best. Mulching. I got a really good mulcher. Minnie the Mulcher. Anyway, yeah, I got to fix that thing, which is fixable. I can't wait. It's going to look so nice. I'm going to put that on a bed of something. Anyhow, I weed whacked everything, mulched it so you can't see that it was even there ever. Next, guys, let's talk. What is she looking at? She's sniffing something. Is it a bag? I think it's just a bag. Popcorn bag. Name drop. So the first one would be Randy Boone. He had his car, 1970 Twister, I guess it was. It's in all respects, it's a Duster, 1970 Duster, 340 Duster. That's a killer. Hey, I weed whacked around this thing. I know I'm going off topic a little bit because, because I really don't care and I enjoy doing that because I think it's fun. This is a lawn ornament basically right now. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's a pretty lawn ornament. Hi, girls. No, hello, Dirk. So Randy Boone, he had his car there at in Dorr, and a nice chat with him. Talked about his our wonderful experience in Covenant Christian High School. Kid, you're allowing the vermin eat our. Oh man, you got some. Oh shoot, you got some nasty. Yeah, I know. I feel it right here. ticks. I got to see if, I know there's a medicine that'll make the ticks release. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Yes, you are. Yes. Her name is Amethyst. Dirk, you've been telling, oh, look at that. One of my stupid. What a mess. I mean, look at all these spider webs, guys, and spiders. Oi, oi, oi. Anyhow, one of the bridles fell off. I haven't used these bridles. These bridles haven't been used in like a million years. When I say million, I mean a million. I don't even know how to hang this one. Maybe that'll stay for a while. For a minute. We haven't used these horses or ridden them forever, which is okay. They're beautiful animals. Frisian horses. So, Randy Boone, yeah, he graduated with me at Covenant. He went to Adams School, him and his siblings, and me, Ed Veltman, Carl Veltman, Roseanne Dykstra, Marcia Dempsey, Ruth Westra. And he had a wonderful experience there, as I did. I was one of the dumbest students in the school, but I did earn a master's degree. So I have a 1-year certificate in welding from CC, 2-year degree, associate's degree in applied arts and sciences, an engineering degree, manufacturing from Ferris State University, and then a master's in business administration on campus at University of Phoenix. Yay! But it was a lot of work. Anyhow, here I am. Hi, girls. So Randy Boone, and he mentioned that his brother Dan Boone, good friend of mine now, he graduated 2 years ahead of us, 3 or 4 years ahead of us. Anyway, he lives in Bradenton, Florida. Say it right, Dirk. And he was here. He flew back the 16th, or he flew back to Florida, but he'll be back down here in October, November. So he promised that he would get a hold of me, and him and Dodie will visit us. Yay, how sweet would that be? That would be so sweet. So let's get crack-locking. So that was Randy Boone. The next one I met was, not in this order, but Denny Bush. He owns a killer 454 or something like that Chevy Nova. This thing is bad to the bone. Chevy Nova. Got a beautiful body on that thing. Not Denny, but this car. And had a nice chat with him, not long, but had a nice chat with him, but we go back a little ways. He had his wonderful wife there. Why doesn't that look like enough? I'll put a little bit more in there. I just don't know. A little bit more than I usually do, but the horses eat it and poop it out. So, Denny, how you doing? I got to get a hold of your number somehow. Contact. Next was Dave Korhorn. Are you kidding me right now? So I'm talking with this guy. I see a red Corvette. Oops, wrong bill. I see a red Corvette there, 1965 red Corvette. Believe it was 327 or 427. I can't remember anymore. But I think it's 327, all original. Anyway, I'm talking to him about his car. I didn't know who it was from Adam. Very personable guy. He gets a phone call on his wife. Apparently, he tried to call his wife, and then Scrumshaw, and he called her back, or she called him, And while I was talking, as he's talking to me, he realizes who I was, and he says to her, he says, I'm talking with one of my former students. I'm thinking, cute, former students. And then he hangs up the phone. I says, you know, you said former student. What are you talking about? He says, my name is Dave Korhorn. I said, you got to be kidding me. I've been thinking about this guy for years, and I do mean years. He taught me. He taught me German. The language is German. Außer bei mit nach Zeiten zu. Außer bei mit nach Zeiten zu. Those are the articles. Yeah, I remember certain things. He taught us German, and another one was Wie heißen Sie? Du bist du verheiratet? Verheiratet? And welches Datum haben wir heute? Heute ist der 3. November. Anyway, just a bunch of German phrases. The class I took was German speaking and understanding. That's the first. The second was German structure, sentence structure, I don't know. And also learning the genders of every noun. How stupid is that? German. Spanish is the same way. Each noun has a gender, and I think Dutch is the same way. But we had an extremely good conversation. I enjoyed that guy forever. So he's local here. He taught at Covenant, and then he went to Comstock Park and taught there for the rest of his career, which was 23 years at Comstock Park. What? Yeah, 23 years. Wow. Oh, I also found out that Randy Boone's wife was a nurse, or is a nurse, or was a nurse. I think she retired now. Wow, just like Kathy. How cool is that? Maybe we should get together, Randy. Invite me over, you bonehead. So that's Dave Korhorn, Mr. Korhorn. Next I met, there was Diana Koistra, Freeze lady. Her husband owns a 57 Chevy, red 57 Chevy. I never met him, but I will someday. And then I met, in the evening, after the car show, I met a guy by the name of Paul Gill of Gill Industries. Wow, what a sweet guy. He had his wife with him, and we had a really nice conversation. I met his dad about a month ago. Him and his dad were at Butterworth Hospital with where Chrissy, Tori, and myself went to visit Kathy, their mother, and my wife at Butterworth Hospital. And in the elevator was the Gills, father and son, John and Paul. What a nice couple of guys. What a nice couple of guys. John is the founder of Gill Industries, and Paul and his 6 brothers, I believe he had 6 brothers, worked there, participated in the industry, and excuse me, they had golf shirts on, and they play golf. What? Yeah. And John is 93 years old, in impeccable condition, physically. And the girls saw him and said, "Oh my word, Dad, what a cute guy." Diminutive, small guy, but sweet as the sugar ever could be. These guys, sweetest guys. Well, I met Paul and his wife at the concert in Cutler Park. So there is a lot of good in this world, guys, and these guys were some of them. People. So this morning, two of my grandsons, they spent the night here. Were on my computer, and I thought, let them be. So I took the dog for a walk in the front yard, and as I was walking through the yard, I'm just checking out certain areas that I'm clearing out. And I noticed a guy jogging slowly on my road, the street I live on. And I said, good morning. Well, the guy stopped and said, uh-oh. I just meant, just a little wave, just trying to be neighborly. And he stops. He walked up the driveway, or down the driveway, I don't know what you call it, up the driveway, I believe. And we get to chatting. And he goes, do I know you? I said, no. He says, well, I thought you hollered, hey, Gordy. And I thought, oh, Gordy, he goes. And I said, no. So we get to chatting, and he lives in the Byron Center area. And that cat is called that tree. I'm getting distracted, guy. This cat, there's a bird making alert sounds, and the cat is looking at it and trying to check it out. And I'm thinking, no, leave the birds alone. Anyhow, oh, there it is. Just a beautiful little wren. Yeah, she's looking right at it. I don't know if you guys can be able to see it, but it's a beautiful little wren. There she is. There's a wren in there someplace, just above her nose. I don't know if you guys can hear. Oh yeah, there it is. The wren. See it? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's flitting a boot. Yeah, sadly, I think one of the babies fell out of the nest, and she's alerting Amethyst away from it. Anyway, we had a really nice conversation. He lives in the area, in fact, just down the street from me on there. And I says, hey, do you know Randy Boone? He says, yeah, he lives next door to me. Oh man, hope she doesn't figure out how to open that door. Oh, they're grooming each other. You know what, I'm gonna grab this here. Just let them know it's time to get outside. Yeah, she's looking at it, she knows. These two horses grooming each other. Hey, that would make a nice thumbnail, wouldn't it, for this video? Okay, girls, you really got to go. So the other one was Diana. Okay. Seeing the stick. I just want them outside so I can clean the stalls and do my chores. Come on, sweets. There they go. Diana, another sweet lady. I met her before, Diana Korstra. Of course, all the other guys that I mentioned. Yeah, but Dave Korhorn, love the guy. He picked me up one time and swung me around. Took my trash. I got a story I'll tell you guys someday. Swung me around, threw my trash all over the yard at school at Covenant Christian. And made me pick it all up again. It's a story I just still laugh my guts off today yet. But I learned a lot from that guy, as we all did. But, yep, we all grow older, move on. And as I moved on, and we all move on. Guys, it's gonna get warm, I think, today. So that's my name drop day today. Oh yeah, I also mentioned to Gordon DeVries. I said, hey, Gordon, the guy that was jogging. Yes, a score. You know Randy? He says, yeah. I says, well, he's got a cousin. Whoa, do I have moles? I sure hope not. Soft right here. If I do, who cares? He's got a cousin. He says, yeah. He mentioned a couple names. No. And he says, Dave. I said, yep, Dave Offringa. No kidding. He goes, yeah, I know him too. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, and the nice thing was, Gordon's kids love animals. Animals. They love animals. He says, I have a study room or a den or whatever. And it's just filled with aquariums. I said, oh, too cool. So, and he also asked if it was okay if he stopped by here sometime to let me know. And his daughter would love to see the horses. I said, dude, anytime. I love it when people like horses. I said, the reason why nobody knows why I have horses here is because I hide them. They're in behind some trees, yada, yada. You know, nobody can see them from the road because I consider them, not my term, but it is a term, I consider them attractive nuisances. Horses are attractive nuisances, which means they're attractive, and especially these horses, they're uniquely Dutch Fries, and they're uniquely Dutch, and it's really the only breed of the Dutch, the only one true, you know, you have Dutch warm bloods. No, they're all from Switzerland or Sweden or wherever they're from. But yeah, the Dutch have taken them in, worked with them. But the Frisian horse is the only true blue Dutch horse. So anyway, so I explained to them what they were, and I asked them to please check my YouTube channel, and you can see the stallions that have grown here, and the mares, of course. And yeah, we've been raising Frisian horses since 1999. So we were partying like it was 1999. Where's Prince now, right? Anyway, had a real nice conversation with Gordy. I think I covered them all. Dan Boone, which is a brother to Randy, he was in town, Randy said, for like a few weeks. And he just left for Florida again. I said, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I texted Dan. I said, dude, anytime you're in Michigan area, you gotta let me know. Thou shalt let me know. Because I enjoy his company. His wife, Dodie, we enjoy each other's company, something terrible. He is a member of the OPC, Orthodox Presbyterian Church in Bradenton. And he bought a place there, so he's living there permanently. Although he's got family here, lots of family, and he visits them. So he'll be back in September, yeah, end of September, so we'll get together. Also, a wonderful lady, her name is Margaret Schramm. Margaret Schramm. Aunt Margaret, so it's one of Kathy's mom's sisters. We bump into her every once in a while, and she lives in a whole house with her sister, youngest sister, Jan Westendorp, another sister to Kathy's mother. Anyhow, but Margaret is outgoing and outspoken. She likes to mingle, and I really enjoy that because she likes the topics I like, which is God and His providence. What better topic is there? Triune God and His providence. So, you know, I met her at 76th Street Lounge cafeteria with Gary West. We had a really nice conversation. And then I want to say suggested we get together. And then she brought up Hank and Sandy's name. So now that was like 3 months ago. And then just this morning she says, hey, let's get together soon. I said, yes. Well, Kathy, we see our grandkids here at this house every day. So Kathy's usually busy, and one of our daughters is a student, and she's becoming an RN, and it's very busy. She's got 3 kids. Her husband works, so yeah, so she's got kids while the husband's working, which is good. Anyhow, so we see her kids all the time. So we see all of our grandkids all the time. By the way, it's Dirk and Becca's anniversary today. Guys, you know, a lot of stuff happening. So 16th anniversary, I believe. So anyway, getting back to the name drops, Next week, Wednesday, Kathy and I will visit with, I believe, Hank and Sandy, they might show up. But I believe they're invited too. So we'll get together at 76th Street and have a good time, you know, cavorting or whatever. But yeah, life is good. I get to see all my people, but one guy I was so happy to see, I let him know that, was Dave Korhorn, Mr. Korhorn. So I think about him a lot because, he was one of my teachers in high school. But there's a special purpose why I think about him a lot, because I think he was maltreated at Covenant Christian High School by the board or whatever, by the students. And even as a student, he would pick on me, but I don't care. Everybody has their faults. Who cares? I enjoyed him. And we had a really good time together. He actually led the Covenant Christian High School basketball team to state champions. He led the Covenant Christian High School basketball team to state championship in 1973, I believe, the year after I graduated. Ed Galtman and I would attend a lot of their games and just enjoyed it. So anyway, that's the name drops for today, guys. I will list them all up in my, if you tap below the more, M-O-R-E, and then you'll see some verbiage of this video. And I'll list all the people's names that I mentioned before, and then added more because I met up with other people. Like, it's just amazing that the people you meet and greet, that actually greet you, and then we get to have lots of really nice chats. See you guys. Hope you all have a good day like I am. I'm killing it today. It's beautiful. Bye.